Welcome to another episode of Wheel of Horror, the podcast where two best friends spin a wheel once a week. It chooses the horror movie and they discuss it. Today we're talking about 1997's Anaconda, which was directed by Luis Llosa. I'm your co-host Alec.
I'm Erik.
And I just want to apologize to everybody that we're not covering The Entity this week. I've been talking that up for the past, 2 episodes. So we could not find that movie anywhere.
I didn't try looking for it. You just told me you can't find it.
Dude, I went everywhere. I went on literally every single streaming app. I was like, I'll pay for it everywhere. It's not even available to rent.
Damn.
So we'll find it eventually because it is a really good movie. But yeah, sorry about that, everybody. I was super bummed out. Couldn't find it anywhere.
I'm kind of okay with it, man, because I feel like I went from a ghost pepper. You were hyping this up as like, oh yeah, this messed me up as a kid. And like, it's very scary. And it's like, let's watch Anaconda. I went from like a ghost pepper to like, here's a little jalapeno.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, this is like a jalapeno popper you get at like Burger King compared to like you have to sign a waiver because you shut your lungs down. Yeah, The Entity is messed up, but we'll get to that one day.
Oh, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
But now we're talking about a 90s classic.
A classic.
Yeah, Anaconda.
Don't want none unless you got J-Lo, hun, or something. Buns, hun.
I typed in Anaconda into YouTube because I was like, I want to watch some like videos on this. All that's coming up is that song. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love
this movie was kind of like in the realm of like Lake Placid, Deep Blue Sea, like all of those like 90s, like let's make an animal that's just insane.
Shark. Yeah. Snake, turtle, like
turtle. I think probably is like the boxing turtle or something like that. Like
the megalodon. Like I don't know. They've done everything at this point.
Well, I feel like in the 90s, these kind of movies still had like a touch of class. You know, they didn't go balls to the wall until like the 2000s.
Yeah, I mean, these weren't like sci-fi movies. Like, you know what I mean? These had a budget. These were legit.
This movie had not only a budget, but it had great screenwriters and a really good cast, man.
Yeah, very good cast.
When was the first time you saw this movie?
I don't know exactly when, but I was very young. I didn't see it in theaters, but I think I think it was on like cable every day when like in 1999 and 2000, where I probably saw this like a handful of times, like 6 times.
You're like, I didn't see this in theaters. I'm like, what kind of mom would take their 7-year-old to see this?
Anaconda. Yeah. Like, Mom, I really like J-Lo. Please, Mom.
Yeah.
No, it's not as good when you're 32. I'll say that.
You know, I gotta say, man, I was not upset at watching this movie. I thought it was going to be a lot shittier than it was. But I mean, it's still not great. But I was like, you know what? Not a terrible movie.
Do you like it better than Lake Placid?
I do. I thought about that. I do. Yeah. I just, I don't know. I think like there's more of a justification for the reason why they're there. There's more of like each character, like I gotta say, dude, Jon Voight's character actually has a lot going on. Like, this whole setting up this whole trap, like manipulating everybody, watching everything. I mean, the accent's very fucked up. Like he's basically putting on like a Scarface accent, but
yeah, I gotta say, dude, he brought such a presence to this movie. If he wasn't in it, I don't know who could fill that role of like serious in a shitty movie that he did. But
yeah, Sean Connery.
Oh, Sean Connery?
He turned it down. Yeah, there were a few people they offered it to, but I think they were going for like a veteran actor to fill that role, and Jon Voight said yes. I don't know why.
He must have owed someone a favor or something.
Yeah. No, there's a couple things I want to say to you that I think are gonna like blow your mind. Okay, screenwriters. Do you know what other movie they wrote?
Bring It On. That's my guess.
No, so much better. Ready? Top Gun.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. So the writers wrote the original Top Gun, which I was like, that's awesome. Not nowhere near as good as Top Gun, but still pretty cool. And then the Ice Cube, the character Danny, guess who they offered the role to first?
I mean, I'm gonna assume Tupac.
No,
as a guess.
So opposite of Ice Cube. You're gonna flip when I tell you.
Chris Farley.
Yes, Chris Farley.
No.
I
did not look that up. I swear to God, did not look that one up. Stop it. They asked Chris Farley.
They offered it to Chris Farley,
Stop.
But he said they had to turn it down because he was conflicts with Beverly Hills Ninja for filming.
Stop.
Yep.
Wow.
They offered it to. That's an insane guess, but sure.
You don't believe me.
I don't
believe
That's fine.
You. That's fine.
They offered it to him though, which this movie would have been not. It would have been a comedy if he was in it. Come on.
You're watching Chris Farley getting squeezed by an anaconda. That'd be kind of funny.
Come on. I mean, Ice Cube is like, he's the comic relief in this movie, but he's still like, he's realistic in the stuff he says.
But Chris Farley like survives at the end.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I'm trying to imagine just like, oh, there's a snake and it's crushing me. Like, what would he do?
For the love of God! God! Like, just screaming. I don't know.
This movie would be insane if he was in it. So, I mean, I'd love to see like an alternate reality where that movie exists, but...
Yeah.
And then we got J-Lo, we got Owen Wilson, and...
Can't forget the original Marty Mcfly.
Oh, yeah.
Eric Stoltz.
He got shafted in this movie too, dude.
Hey, he's off screen the whole time.
Yeah, like basically they bring him on, he smokes a couple cigarettes, and then he gets a wasp in his neck, and that's it.
Did you catch that at the beginning where he kind of comes on to J-Lo? Like, in an awkward way? Like, dude. I was like, that's a little inappropriate. Are they, like, work partners? Are they in a relationship? I don't know.
Well, what I took from it was he knows her from the past and wants to get with her, so he hired her so they could get closer to each other.
Yeah, he deserved what happened to his neck then.
Well, I wanted to ask you, because I don't really know what happened exactly. Did Jon Voight's character put the wasp in the air tank that Eric Stoltz used?
I think there's a shot of it swimming like towards him. I think there's like a Jaws thing. So I think that was legit the jungle. But you might be right.
Well, because think about it. He has a scuba tank in his mouth and he's underwater.
How does that happen?
How does it get in his mouth unless Jon Voight's character put the wasp in the tank or in the mouthpiece or whatever, and then he didn't realize it?
I wouldn't say that, because I think if everyone else would have that thought too. Like, how did that happen? How did that bug get in there? I think it was literally in the water, and he breathed it in. Like, because you exhale in it, scuba gear. So maybe it's like a little shitty scuba gear, and it still got into his mouth somehow. That's what I think. I don't think it was Jon Voight. That'd be crazy.
I mean, I don't know. But that whole scene when that happens, I'm like, all right, if I'm on that boat and I see that happen to that guy, there's no way in hell I'm getting in the water.
Hell no.
They get in the water like 100 times after that.
I am wearing like a full like COVID mask, shield.
So like he gets back in the water. Everybody gets back in the water. And then they're also talking about that catfish that swims up your urethra and like lodges itself in there. And I'm like, why would anybody go in this water?
See, this is why we're messed up as kids. Like, you see stuff like, I was not scared of the anaconda at all. I was very scared of the urethra story and the bug in the water. Like, they get stuck in his throat. Every time I'm in the pool now, and I see like a cricket, I freak out because of this fucking movie.
Well, because the thing is, that's so much more realistic that like you'd swallow a bug than like a 40-foot anaconda. Like,
yeah. I mean,
other cast members we got, dude, Danny Trejo just opening the movie. Totally forgot.
I couldn't believe that was him too, but I saw him in the credits.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't have known that was him.
He looked good. He looked like young and healthy. Like he looked good.
Well, yeah, that's why the CGI of the anaconda didn't look good, because they put it all in Danny Trejo.
Oh my god.
No, he did look good. And that's only like 20-year difference. Like, I feel like he looked older in Heat. You know what I mean? Like, you watch Heat, like he looks so old in that, and it's like, how is this guy still alive today? And like this movie, he looked so much younger.
Yeah, he looked good. And then we got Jonathan Hyde, Cadbury from Richie Rich movie and Jumanji.
Oh, right, yep.
Yeah, man, he's a classic 90s actor.
He also plays John Jacob Astor in Titanic.
Oh, that's right.
Titanic fans.
That's right. Yeah, so he was killing it in 97, dude.
No, not John Jacob Astor. Sorry. What does he play? I forgot it. He plays the guy who owns the boat. I forgot his name. Ismay.
Mr. Andrews?
No, Ismay. John Jacob Astor was played by the guy from Young and the Restless, but we're not talking about Titanic. We're talking about this movie. Another 1997 classic, though. Come on.
Jonathan Hyde coming in as like that like British talk show host about like a nature documentary, and he's just like an arrogant prick, and yeah.
Oh man.
Nice variety of like behavior from each of the characters. Like, I gotta say, I liked the cast. I did.
I thought the chemistry was pretty good. It wasn't like the worst thing I've seen, but it's just so unrealistic watching these kinds of movies. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, dude. I mean, all right. So after this movie, like I went on like a deep dive on YouTube. I was like, what's the biggest snake ever? Because this movie, it's supposed to be 40 feet long. Okay. There are anacondas that are like in the 30s and stuff like that. But here's the thing. I was watching a video of these guys that catch an anaconda that's like 30 feet long. Dude, the thing wants to escape so bad. It does not want to kill these people. Like, and these guys got arrested because they're like grabbing its tail and like fucking with it and stuff. And it's literally like a dinosaur. It's so big.
That's what they are.
Yeah, but they, they're not evil monsters that want to kill people. They're trying to escape
Yeah, that's the messed up thing about like poaching and hunting like that. It's just like I think it's way cooler to find the skin of an anaconda. Like they showed that role. I think that's way more cooler. Like if someone had a body of as a trophy of anaconda, I'd be like, that's not cool, dude.
Well, it's
like,
weird. I mean, this anaconda specifically, like this is an evil anaconda.
This is a mythological creature, like an actual legend. Like clearly, like they talk about like the waterfall and the dam and all that stuff, and we see all that. So it's like, oh, this is like an actual, like they don't want people to go here, and there's an anaconda protecting it.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think there definitely is. There's multiple anacondas. There's the one that J-Lo shot in the head like 3 times, and then there's the one at the end. So there's multiple ones, but these anacondas, man, like if you watch, obviously you watch the movie, but like they just keep killing, and then like it's just nonstop. Like these things are like literally aware of what's going on. They're like Predator, basically. Like they're not. Yeah. So it's kind of that's so unrealistic. They don't explain why these are so aggressive and insane.
Yeah. You know what's really crazy about like this whole snake thing we're talking about now and the giant snakes? Florida, dude, has a true Burmese python, not anaconda, Burmese python issue where they are killing 80% of the livestock down in Florida. There's a show on Netflix starring Craig Robinson. You know, he's from Hot Tub Time Machine and Daryl from The Office. Yeah. He stars in it, and the premises of the show is you kill one of these Burmese pythons, and you get $200 from the state.
Right.
So he just tries to kill these snakes. And I kind of want to check out that show. I forgot what it's called.
It's a reality show, right?
No, it's a show.
Oh, it's a scripted show?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like he goes to kill a snake, and he's holding it in his hand, and he shoots it with a nail gun, and he nails the snake to his hand. There's like jokes like that.
There's enough of a premise to make that a whole like season of a show.
Yeah, well, that's how Florida is, man. Florida is. You know how that started? Do you know how Burmese pythons got there?
Because people were introducing them to stop the rats and the rodents, right?
No, not at all.
The alligators?
Not at all. No, dude. It's people that had them as pets, and they're like, oh fuck, I don't got a big enough tank, and they just let them out.
Right, and then
they did just fine, and they're just reproducing, and now it's like, oh, this is now our like ecosystem.
Well, they don't have any natural predators because they're not native to the region, and the other thing is they're eating the alligators now, dude. I've seen videos,
everything,
yeah,
all of livestock, dude, everything.
Yeah. Well, I've seen videos of the python with an alligator inside of it, and it dies because it's so big.
Oh, I've seen some. I mean, I'm not going to get into the videos I've seen on the internet, but I've seen some pretty bad snake videos.
Yeah, you saw the Gaddafi video too, right?
No.
No, but this dude, I think probably the scariest shot of this movie is when Jon Voight, the camera's inside of the snake and Jon Voight's going in.
Yeah, that was cool.
Imagine, like, that is actually terrifying. I didn't really ever think about it. Like, the snake breaks all of your bones, you're still alive, and then you slowly, like, in the Sarlacc pit, get digested. Like, it's so scary.
It sucks. Well, I mean, I'd imagine you just suffocate first, and then, you just slowly digest.
But it looked like Jon Voight was alive after the anaconda threw him up, and he like winked at J-Lo.
There's a couple of John, like that scene where she's like playing with her hair, and he like stares at her, like and like 2 feet away from her, and just like with his like head like tilted back. You know the shot I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
You sent that to me randomly.
Did I?
Yeah, I think so. Once or twice, like late at night. I'm like, why are you sending me this? It's the most ridiculous scene ever.
I mean, the scene that makes me audibly laugh out loud and I rewind multiple times is when the snake coughs the monkey out on Cadbury or whatever. And he's like, oh, he's got this monkey.
I mean, my eyes could not roll any harder if they tried. Like I tore my retina rolling my eye at that scene.
Dude, it's like in slow motion. All of a sudden, like the snake comes out of the water, no monkey in the mouth. The next shot, the monkey's hanging out and he coughs it up. Dude. I laugh every single time I see that scene. It's so funny.
That scene in the smokestack scene where the smokestack blows up and the birding snake falls in the water and it's like making like do snakes sound like that? First of all,
I loved that scene. I didn't love the screaming, but dude, that was awesome when the smokestack blew up and it's like flailing in the air on fire. You didn't like that?
It's just ridiculous, dude.
I mean,
I liked it. I mean, like, come on, like it's a fun movie.
Wait. Take the scream out. It's way better without the scream. The screams are crazy. Like snakes don't sound like that ever. Like that was insane.
Right. Take your eyes and move them all the way to the left, and then roll them really slow around. That was me watching that scene.
Oh my god, I kind of liked it. Well, all right. Let me ask you this: what'd you think of the CGI? and then I want to ask you a follow-up question.
Okay, to be honest, 97, not going to knock it too hard.
Today's episode of Wheel of Horror is brought to you by Bard's Clothing. Remember that one time you bought a Cool Cat shirt, and now you get bombarded with calls and ads for Cool Cat shirts? At Bard's Clothing, the focus is on you and your story. A custom clothing company producing casual knits, button-down shirts, suits, and much more. All of Bard's Clothing garments are created right here in America, so you don't have to worry about slave labor or killing the environment. Buying with intention to tell your story has never been easier. Go to bardsclothing.com to book an appointment, and be sure to follow them at Bard's Clothing on Instagram.
It doesn't stand up. Like, clearly, like when the snake's like slithering and stuff, it's like, okay, this looks like shit. But the puppeteering work, the animatronic stuff, that looked better than the CGI, honestly.
Well, yeah, I think it was a nice hybrid. Like it wasn't too crazy with the CGI where it was like, this is unbelievable, and it wasn't too much animatronic. Like, it was a nice little combo. But I want to ask you, how much do you think per second the CGI cost in this movie?
I don't have any. I would say 60,000 per second as a guess.
$100,000 per second that the snake was CGI, dude.
Dom could do that right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
like literally do the whole thing.
Yeah, probably.
That hurts to think about how much that's changed in 25 years.
Yeah, but the budget for this was $45 million. So I mean, I would say a very large portion of the budget went to the snake CGI.
I'm sure it's a group of animators, but some animators just like, dude, I made my money when it was good.
That's so much money, dude.
Yeah.
Like the scene where it like wraps up Owen Wilson, that was like, I don't know, solid 6 seconds, right? I mean,
jeez, $500,000 right there.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Owen Wilson, though, I tried to find it online. Very surprised there's not a video of where it's like showing where the snake's rolling in the water with him. He's just like, wow. Like, I really,
no.
I thought that,
wow.
And then I thought when the snake's swimming underwater and his like body is up against its body, I thought he was gonna be like, wow, as he's like swimming.
His head just like pops like a grape. That's what I was hoping would happen when you get squeezed by an anaconda. Your head just like.
That's kind of what happened to John Voight. Like his cheek like exploded.
Yeah, that was closer to it, but I would I would just like a pop noise.
Yeah. So I thought Owen Wilson, fun to have him in here in a young role. He's younger than us in this movie. Kind of crazy.
Oh, that hurts.
I know.
That's weird to think about.
And then J-Lo, I thought the scene, dude, I was like, this is such a perfect thing to make fun of on like CinemaSins or something. Is when J-Lo is in the, she's trying to like hit on John Voight or whatever. She's like, this movie was supposed to be my big break and it's been a disaster. And it's like, what is she talking about? This movie or like the documentary?
Oh,
yeah. This was like one of her first movies though.
Yeah. And yeah, she had a couple good hits. Like was she in The Wedding Planner? Was that her? I'm trying to think of like something in Made in Manhattan. Was she in?
Yeah. I think that was after this. That was all after this.
Yeah, no, I mean, she has some good movies. This definitely was one of the ones that launched her career, if not the one.
I'm going to see if this was her first movie. I feel like it was not her first movie.
Probably not her first.
Oh, no. She did like 4 movies before this. Selena. Oh, she was in Jack?
With Robin Williams?
Yeah. Was she the teacher? I feel like she was the teacher.
That's so random. Oh, Selena. That's her movie.
Yeah, that was the one. Well, anyways, yeah, she's she's J-Lo. I mean, how do you feel about J-Lo and Ben Affleck, Eric? I know you're always thinking about them.
Yeah, it's like the sun, man. The sun goes up and the sun comes down. That's J-Lo and Ben Affleck. Nothing you can do.
Do you think they're gonna make it?
Do I think they're gonna make it? No shot in hell.
I mean, do you think they'll make it to the wedding? How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Ben needs. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Dude, Ben Affleck's life, I can't wait for that biopic.
He's something else. Do you think he's gonna invite Jennifer Gardner to the wedding? Probably some other dude's children. Gotta invite them.
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
Oh, I'd love to be at Jennifer Gardner's table, just like sipping a drink and just listening to her be like, wow, they went all out, didn't they?
I mean, it's kind of crazy. Like Ben Affleck and J-Lo were together 20 years ago, and then now they're back together, and now they're getting married. It's like, yeah, what's going on, dude?
I don't know, man. Maybe they just missed each other.
I guess so. Yeah.
I like the joke going around that J-Lo has more rings than Tom Brady. That's probably my favorite joke going around.
Well, she hasn't been married that many times. She's just been proposed to a lot.
Yeah.
Oh wait, She's been divorced 3 times actually. This will be her 4th wedding.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah.
4. I guess she doesn't have. She has an engagement ring plus a wedding ring. Yeah. Sorry, Brady.
Yeah. I mean, I've never really. I don't know. She's fine. I'm not a huge J-Lo fan. She's just. She's there. She's cool. She's fine.
Where's the wedding? Do we know? Anything?
I have no idea, man.
Is it Dunkin'? Is it Dunkin' with Ben Affleck?
Dunkin' Donuts. So bad. It's probably on an island or something. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. So Anaconda. I think it's a notch below Deep Blue Sea, but I think it's above Lake Placid.
Yeah, I think didn't Lake Placid come out after this too?
Yeah, that was 99.
So they're right in the coattail. Yeah, they're like totally trying to recreate this movie again.
It was interesting because like at that time, there was a lot of like rappers that were getting into movies like this. I mean, you got LL Cool J in Halloween in 96. You've got Ice Cube in this. And then what was the other one? Oh, LL Cool J was in fucking Deep Blue Sea too. But this was kind of like in the mid 90s is like when they're like, hey, we should put rappers in like horror movies, and that became kind of like a thing for a while.
But also it became like the theme of like, I did Ice Cube did the music at the end of this.
Did he? I don't think he did.
I know LL Cool J is like, deepest bluest, my heart is like a shark fin.
Yeah.
My head is like a shark. And this one didn't have it, but
no.
This one ended with like Peruvian flute music.
I liked the music.
I didn't hate it, dude.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was peaceful.
The ending was so bad though, dude. Like,
do you know what I wish happened?
Yeah, let's hear it.
They see that like, the tribe or whatever, and like they immediately like take out their blow darts and just wipe them out.
Ooh.
Just kill them. Like it's like, and then that's how it ends.
I mean, that's probably how the movie would have ended if it was rated R, probably. But the ending, for people that haven't seen this movie in a while, it's just like they kill the snake and the snake kills John Voight, and then they just get in a boat and they're like, and then it's just like the credits roll as they roll into the sunset. You're like, come on. I don't know. I kind of wanted to see a scene like 6 months later, and then J-Lo and like Eric Stoltz are together, and Eric Stoltz just says something like, I need to go back. It's like, we almost died. You almost died. He's like, I made a pledge to like the Shamiria people or whatever, and I got to go back and make that documentary. And she like refuses to go with him, or I don't know.
Yeah, could it end with John Voight doing the same thing again and trying to get on another boat?
He's like oatmeal man. Like he's like
they had the scene too when he's like, oh yeah, snakes don't hurt you, and he shows his face. Remember that?
Yeah.
Couldn't hurt to see a prequel of how John Voight got his scars.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I like that better than
that he survives.
He's
that.
Still alive.
He's like a melted man.
Yeah. People are like, I don't want this guy
half digested. He's like, I kind of feel bad for him.
And he's still hunting snakes. He's like, dude, what are you gonna learn?
Like stop, dude. They got the skin. Man. Go home. Go listen to some Peruvian flute music and go to bed.
He's worth $1 million, Gary. It's like, oh god, dude, that accent. I'm surprised he didn't get in trouble for that.
Yeah, that was a little rocky. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm surprised they why didn't, I don't know, who could they have gotten instead of.
I like the John Voight choice, dude. I really do, because it's Deliverance is like another thing on the water. And he is such an iconic film with him in it.
Oh, so, yeah.
But he's playing more of the Burt Reynolds like survival guy, which I think is such a cool idea.
I love his acting and everything in this. I just didn't love how they why'd they give him that accent? Just have him be like
John Voight, yeah,
just like a guy from America that like moved to Brazil. Like, why does it have to be I'm from Paraguay and like this like literally like Scarface accent?
Pushing it, yeah. It works. It's not the worst thing.
No, I know. But yeah, he was definitely the best actor in the movie. I mean,
yeah, he I don't want to say he carried it, but he brought a very good presence to the movie. I don't see anyone else doing it. I'm trying to think about it, but
Robert De Niro, I think, could have done that really well if he did that character from Cape Fear. Like, he's
snakes. You want to talk snakes?
No, he didn't sound like that. But I actually think Robert De Niro in 1997 would have been really good in this.
Yeah, he would never do it, I don't think. Would he? I mean, he could.
Yes.
He could.
Come on, he does Little Fuckers. I'm sure he'd do this. Robert De Niro has done some bad movies in the last couple of years.
Yeah, he would have to get jacked again for this, get really into the gym again.
Oh my god, what do they do it now? We're talking like Anaconda the remake, and it's got Robert De Niro. He's Sardone's brother.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He's like 80.
We don't need this world. This world doesn't exist. That world does not exist in any universe.
Well, they made sequels. They made a bunch of sequels to this.
True. I mean, they made a lot. They made Lake Placid versus Anaconda with Robert Englund is in it or something.
Oh my god.
Dude, there's so much random stuff. But that's more like the go to straight to sci-fi style.
Yeah.
I want to say one other thing, and I did read this online, and this was back when we were watching Creature from the Black Lagoon. This movie is kind of like a tribute to Creature from the Black Lagoon. Yeah, if you think about it, like the boat and just like the whole premise of the movie is kind of similar.
Well, yeah, they're invading its land, you know. The snake's kind of like, all right, you're gonna blow up this bridge and come into my lair. All right, well, I'm gonna kill you. Like,
yep. And it's like scientists or whatever kind of thing. And there's one girl. Oh, well, there's 2 girls in this movie, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I'm sure I know this was mostly shot in Brazil, but they probably shot in the same backlot for some of it that they might have used.
Imagine the Anaconda like falls in love with J-Lo and like is protecting J-Lo, like and holding her by the tail and like fighting everyone else off. That would be like, all right, like what have we done?
Well, the scene where it smashes his head into the like kitchen and it sees her, it's kind of just like, ooh, hey, hello there, and
like kind of like a pterodactyl, like at times too. It's like,
oh my god, the noises it made were so ridiculous.
Sound design, a little weird. I guess the director made a call like, we need more from the snake making. I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, snakes don't make these noises, dude. Well, this snake does.
Yeah, I mean, it's so ridiculous. The snakes, I've never heard any snake ever make a noise like that, ever. I mean, videos, anything.
I've heard hissing, but I don't see them going like pterodactyl.
Well, I love it too. Like, it's literally just like Michael Myers, where it's like, you know, Michael Myers gets shot in the head twice in Halloween 2. He then gets blown up and then is on fire and still chasing Laurie down the hall or whatever. This snake has like an axe in its head. It's on fire and it's still like, I have to kill them. It's like, dude, just go away.
Yeah. The biggest thing for the movie for this that really like made me like, all right, why? It's like, this guy just got his jugular ripped out and he needs to go to hospital. And then they're like, no, we're going to go this way and go after the snake or whatever. And then Gary, like the Owen Wilson character, just turns around. He's like, no, we don't need to. He needs to go to the hospital, but we'll get to that. And he's just like, we got to get this snake and get it documented. And it's like, no, let's get him to a hospital and then let's then go back out for the snake. Like, what's so pressing about getting this snake right now? Is there a storm coming? Are they racing other hunters to get the snake? Is this thing like this thing's ancient? You know, this thing's been here. Like, what's the BFD? Like, what's the rush? Like, let's take it to the hospital and then get some supplies and then go back out.
Yeah, I mean, what is Jon Voight's character's like reasoning for all of this? I mean, like, he fakes the boat crash to then take over someone else's boat and then try to catch the snake. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. And clearly there's more than one. We see there's 2 large snakes. So yeah, dude, go back when you're like prepared.
Yeah, go get weapons, go get food. You clearly don't have gas or oil, you know, for the boat.
Yeah.
So like, get in the hospital. It's like, all right, let's get a nice meal in us and get back out there and get some snakes.
Well, they say the whole thing is planned. Like, Mateo, their driver, knows Jon Voight's character, and this was all orchestrated.
You know what? I guess they are racing other hunters.
Maybe.
Because, like, that's Danny Trejo, and that's the other boat, too. So that might be why there's such a rush to get this snake.
I think Danny Trejo and Mateo and Jon Voight's character were all, like, friends, I think.
Yeah, picture.
Yeah, the news article was on Danny Trejo's boat. So, like, dude, you're right. I would actually like to see a prequel to this. Like, I want to know what happened before all of this, you know?
Yeah.
I'm cool. Down. Well,
I'll watch it.
Just so you know, in January 2020, Sony Pictures announced a reboot is in development, and screenwriter Evan Doherty was hired to write the reboot film.
Best day of my life, hearing that news.
It's coming back.
We're going back to 97.
Dude, I mean, does the world need this? No.
No.
I also watched the trailer, dude. The trailer is so 90s. It's amazing. It's like, when you go to the jungle, you can't breathe. You can't scream. And the best line ever is, whatever you do, don't look down. It's like, what?
Why?
Yeah. I don't know. They like couldn't think of anything else to say. I'm like, there's nothing to do with this movie. What does it have to do with being afraid of snakes?
Don't look down.
Whatever you do, don't look down. It's like, why? Why?
From the writers of Top Gun. It's like, ooh.
Yeah, they didn't say that.
Writers of Top Gun?
TriStar Pictures presents a stupid snake movie. But my favorite line actually in the whole movie, which was in the trailer, is just like, I think there's something down there. He's like, me too. And he's like, no, I'm serious. Like, I'm serious too.
Oh yeah, that's in the movie. Yeah,
that's probably my favorite line of the whole movie. But anyways, yeah, I mean, hey, 1 out of 10. What do you give Anaconda, Erik?
Just for 97 CGI cast idea of it, I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6. It's not the worst thing.
Wow. No 0.0?
Wow. 6.2.
6.2. There you go. Yeah. I'm going to go 6.8. I'm going to go 6.8.
Okay. I respect that.
It's not a 7. I feel like that'd be like, wow, he gives an Anaconda 7. Wow. But no, I'm going to go with this 6.8. It's good.
I like it. I like it. I miss like this time of movies that were coming out. Just bangers. Just crazy movies coming out.
Well, we are I don't know why we haven't put this on the wheel, but probably the best of all of these movies is Arachnophobia. You ever seen that one?
Oh, what the spider? Is that John Goodman?
It's Jeff Daniels and John Goodman, and
that one's good. Yeah, we'll watch that one too.
Yeah, that's from 1990, and that is
that's pretty good, man. That's a good movie.
Really good movie.
Summer. Let's do summer. Summer wheel, dude. We'll put it on the summer wheel.
Yeah. No, for sure we should.
I thought this was gonna make the summer wheel, but we had to call an audible.
Yeah.
Get out the entity and put an Anaconda.
Tag team wrestling. Tag an Anaconda.
Call an audible. Bring in the snake.
We will do the entity though. We will.
Yeah. No, we will. That's gonna happen. Love it. No, it's great. Great movie. It's fun.
Yeah. All right, Eric. What do you say? Spin the wheel.
All right. Spinning. Ooh. Prom Night.
Is this the Jamie Lee Curtis one or the 2000s one?
The one that came out when we were working in the theater, like in high school.
Like 2006, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. All right, cool. Yeah, dude, people are liking the 2000s movies. I mean, those seem to be getting
downloads we get.
Yeah. So, hey, let's do it up. Yeah, Prom Night.
Keep them coming.
I don't remember this one
I've never seen it. So very excited to talk about it. Well, bring us back to 2016. Let's do it.
2006.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
When I was 16, that's what my brain kind of farted out.
Well, everybody, thank you very much for listening in today for our discussion on Anaconda. If you haven't had a chance yet, we did Jackass Forever on Fresh Film Fridays, and then last Monday we did Evil Dead with Matt Banniver as our guest. So you can check those out, and we'll see you next Monday with Prom Night.